Atma Namaste. We humbly invoke for the blessings of the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, our spiritual teacher and all spiritual teachers, all the great ones, all the Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, the Paramatmas, the Tirthankaras, the prophets, the archangels, the holy angels and spiritual helpers, and with the help and the blessings of our higher souls and divine self, we thank you for the purification, strengthening, empowerment, upgradation, alignment to be able to fulfill our part in the manifestation of the great vision, the accomplishment of the divine plan on this Mother Earth. We are all children of God, children of Most High. We all make mistakes, and evolution involves making mistakes, learning from these mistakes, becoming wiser from learning from these mistakes, and this wisdom be utilized to guide others not to make mistakes. That is the path of evolution. हम पहले गलतियाँ करते हैं क्योंकि विकास के मार्ग में गलतियाँ होती है. हम जो गलतियाँ करते हैं उससे हमें सीखने की ज़रूरत है, और जो हमने सीखा है उस बुद्धिमानता के साथ जो हमने सीखा है उस ज्ञान प्रकाश के साथ हम दूसरों को अपने ज़िंदगी में मार्गदर्शन दे सकते हैं. What we have learned, we will be able to give as guidance to others. That is the requirement. When we have accumulated a certain wisdom through our experiences, we need to pass forward these experiences that we have collected through our wisdom to others. And that is the process of love, compassion, giving and sharing. And remember, when you go through a struggle, when you go through a problem, you go through something which shakes you up, you have so much love, kindness and compassion to others who may be undergoing the same situation. What is my attitude towards a person in disease? What is my attitude towards a person in financial problem when I am financially abundant? What is my attitude towards a person who is suffering in a relationship problem when my relationship is going perfect? I need to analyze how much love, how much kindness, how much compassion, how much help am I willing to offer to that person? How much do I relate with sensitivity to the conditions which that person is undergoing? Do to others as you would want others to do to you. God forbid, if we were stuck in any situation, what is the help that you would like to receive? Think about it and go ahead and help the others the same way. जिस तरीके से आप मदद चाहे होंगे, आपको पैसे की मदद चाहिए था या किसी की help in the form that somebody will listen to you. Sometimes you want help in the form of money. Sometimes you just want help that somebody listens to you, gives you a solution. Sometimes you just want help in the form of what you are looking for. जो मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ, जो मैं ढूंढते फिरते मैं भाग रहा हूँ, क्या मुझे वो कोई देगा? This is the question. जब हम दूसरों को इस तरीके से मदद करते हैं तो हमें मदद मिलेगा. Okay, is that very clear? But anyway, just to make myself clear, it does not mean that a person who is looking for alcohol and drugs, you have to help him. That is not the right kind of help. You have to use your wisdom about how do you help somebody. Like a child, जो बच्चा बिगड़ा हुआ है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जो बच्चा बिगड़ा हुआ है उसे एक थप्पड़ की ज़रूरत होती है कभी कभी ताकि वो सही रास्ते पे चले. Like a child who has spoiled his teeth with eating the wrong things again and again and again. Yes, so that child, maybe by right admonishing, by just telling the child you should do this or do that, not listening to you, then you have to take up stricter, sterner measures. Right? So, very similarly, for everybody on Mother Earth, you need to show a lot of love and compassion. There may be conditions and cases where you have to be strict and stern, but always put yourself into that person's place and see, if I were there, then what is the kind of help that I expected? If I was stuck there, then what do I want? Or what should I not do that I don't want others to do with me? If I don't want to get punished for small things, maybe I show a little more leniency to those who are under me. कभी कभी हम इतना strictness, sternness दिखाते हैं. We use the force in excessive measure, more than exactly what is required, even though it is not required that much. Yes, we use excessive force to a person, and this excessive force can actually create hatred in that person's mind for you. So you need to measure the right amount of force, the right amount of time. You have to be balanced. And balance will come if you empty yourself of all unnecessary past, of all prejudices, of the judgments that we hold against a certain person. Like you would see certain WhatsApps which are forwarded about making fun of a certain person, a certain community. This is called prejudice or judgment. That when you look at that person, you automatically have all those opinions, those pictures which were fed into you come into the fore. The pictures, the judgments which had been created have to be removed. That is the first step to forgiveness. Why can I generally not forgive? Because what I expected out of a certain person was not done. Point number one. And I see that he does the same mistake. He or she does the same mistake again and again. So I still cannot forgive. I still cannot let go. I still cannot think that this person will ever change in his life. Are you understanding the point? Now I will have to let go of my opinions, my grudges, and my prejudices. That is the beginning of forgiveness. And for this to happen, first I will have to understand what is that which is going on within me. What is that grudge? So, the beginning of forgiveness starts with awareness. For me to be aware, I need to smile at my heart. As simple as this. We have already spoken earlier that when you look at a person and smile, the person smiles at you back. Yes, there's a response. So your chakras are also like that. When you look at your heart chakra and smile, thinking of a happy event, it will respond by blooming open. Your heart chakra is a being of infinite love. Your heart chakra is a being of infinite love. Smile at your heart and intend that everybody on earth will experience love. Touch your heart with the left hand and let us create some awareness to find out what is exactly going on within me. Unless my heart blossoms, until the thorns of grudges and fear and hatred and pain is not removed from within me, I really cannot blossom completely. But in the beginning, I need to understand, at least remember one good event and smile at my heart with the peace and the happiness and the fulfillment that I experienced during that event. Sometimes there is something which automatically brings a smile to your face. Your child's face may bring a smile on your face. Your event, an old event, maybe a marriage, maybe the first time you met your loved one. Yes, that which can bring an automatic smile. Think about it and smile. And when you smile and when the heart blooms, it is ready to let go of all unnecessary vibrations and patterns. And only when your heart blooms and opens like this, you will be really able to assess what is that which stops you from feeling more love, more happiness throughout the day. What are those thorns within me which rob my freedom and power? I need to assess this. What are those thorns within me which will rob me away from my freedom and power? For this, the planetary peace meditation is of utmost importance. So we all need to start off with the planetary peace meditation and intend that our heart grows and we will all be able to forgive instantaneously. So let us all do the forgiveness sadhana together.